Poof, hello. Hello, hello, hello. We're here, we made it. Man, Discord bot being super fast as usual. You'll love to see it. I've had a lazy day, and I am gonna continue my lazy day by playing Tomb Raider. That woke me up. Holy schmoly. Right, this is where we were. It's coming back. And one harpoon bullet. Sheesh. Damn, just touching it is pain. No! I wonder if you can just sprint and just get it all in one go. Unbelievable. I wonder if the intention is to grab these and then climb. It probably is, right? But I think I tried that last time. Oh shit, you can just sprint? That's sick. Oh, there we go. I guess I tried wrong last time. Man, you know what's a shitty feeling? I can't believe I'm gonna complain about Magic the Gathering again, but here we go. It's a shitty feeling knowing, like, they just announced some stuff today of an upcoming set, an upcoming product, and they're gonna return to like a setting that is one of my favorites. And so realistically, I should be really, really excited because we're going back to, like, this is, the set is called Lorwyn, and the original one is from like, it's from so long ago. It's like from 2007 or some shit. But it's like a really pivotal set because not only did I just really love that set, and the deck I used back in the day, I still have today, like, of course, a better modified version, but it's still something I actively play with. It's one of my favorite decks ever. But it's also when I think pretty much all the members of my current group, which we have been playing as the same group for a long, long time, I think that's when all the members officially, like, got in, like, fully. So it's like a really pivotal set, really nostalgic, really good memories. Now they're going back to it, and, you know, if they would have done this 5 years ago, I would be over the moon. I would be happy. I could not wait for it. And now I'm just anxious. Because, like, they're gonna fuck over my childhood memories, huh? Like, they're gonna do that. They're gonna be like, hey, remember this super cool creature from the old days that you know and love? Well, we gave him a stupid hat. Let's go. or whatever. I feel like they're gonna ruin it. I don't know how yet, but they're gonna. Okay, what the hell? Okay, this feels dangerous, so I'm gonna save. Do I jump? Just jump? I guess not. It's a dead end? Why does this exist? Oh. Huh? Whoa. What is all this? Wow. Okay. What the? Oh shit. Well. Maybe we can grab. Nope. Oh, you really cannot grab those. Okay. Thought I just fucked up. Wait, actually, what do you do here? You definitely can't reach this part. That's much too big of a jump. Maybe you can grab onto this, but that's a fucking trick shot. To pull that off. Nope, you can't. Nope, can't grab onto that. Maybe I'm here too early. I don't know. Can you really not? Nope, that's too far. That is just impossible. Hold on a minute. Maybe we can reach that. So that's too far. I guess maybe here. That is again a trick shot though. And I'm sure you can do it, but I would be surprised if this is an intended jump you need to do. No. That's tough. You can't jump straight at it. You need like you need to take a corner to do that. You need to line up properly to grab the edge. See, if you don't turn hard enough, that's what you get. Oh, actually, I think you can drop and grab. Maybe it's too deep, I don't know. But this might be much more realistic. Because, like, I'm sure you can pull off the trick jump, but I don't think any Tomb Raider game, like mainline, has ever demanded that of players. We need a key, though.
No.
Shit. Okay. Too high? Damn. Alright, 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 alright. My god. Okay. The only other thing I can think of is swim back, and maybe I missed something else down there. Okay. Sheesh. Oh my. Horrible controls. Yep, we've done this. What else we got? This one is nothing. Okay. And this one was nothing either. And this is where I picked up our little bike thingy. Here's air. Next to me is the way where we came from. That we opened up with multiple levers and door things and whatever. So like everything led right there. It's over here. Oh, oh. Okay, been here. That's just a switch, I believe. All right. No, girl. What are we? Girl. Grab this fucking thing. What are we doing? This is how you die. Hey, did you guys watch some of the Tokyo Game Show stuff? Because let me tell you, the Virtua Fighter thing, whoo boy. That was definitely, that was an experience. Definitely unique. Honestly, like, as much as that thing's good, it's also like really annoying. Like to quickly explore these, I feel like swimming is just better. Excuse me. Man. Like I said, lazy day. Have I pulled this one? Is this the first one? I think that's the entrance. Hoppa. I'm not sure if there's anything more here. Yeah, we've seen that one. I guess we can try to go back, see if we can find anything, but man. That is annoying. Almost forgot about this part. Sheesh. Yeah, I explored this. Pretty sure there's nothing here. Oof. Bugged, eh? Tis bugged. And I hope that hasn't impacted anything else. I think so far it hasn't. You never know. Whoops. Oh. Did I miss this or? It's just extra loot. It's not even a secret. The light doesn't even do anything. What the fuck? It just lights me up. Excuse me, Jesus Christ. Well, if there is anything that I forgot, I'm not seeing it. It's hard to imagine I have to go even further back. Jesus, the controls, dude. They're so crazy. All right. I guess for now we'll go back here. Even though technically that other room is also... There's like another room with a closed door that I have not found a switch for. Maybe that's it. Come on, cameraman. Help me out here. Boom. You might eat it. Man. I'm actually gonna fall asleep if I don't watch out. There's like no music, no action. I'm tired. It's like ASMR right now. I should have played something like DOA. Wait, why is that back on? Is there a reset? Is that good? Why am I doing this? Literally nothing has changed. We can just go back. Yeah, I don't know what to do here. This one's perplexing. I mean, this is a lot of cubes as well. Maybe grab on this one. So far, grabbing on hasn't really proven to be any good. Honestly, I don't have the patience for this today. I just want to chill. Let's see, Lud's Gate. Um, what the fuck? There's like a diagram and everything. I guess it's for a secret that we already missed. But it is what it is. Okay, underwater area. Okay, okay, okay. We're getting there. We're getting there. Bum. Boiler room. Okay, burners, pool, blah, blah, blah. Uh-huh. Pistons, watch. Blah, blah, blah. Drop down the ledge in the right corner. There's a air shaft. Okay. Grab the graze wings. Use the boiler room. Oh, we should have had a key. If you've missed a key, you'll need to go back for it now. Oh. Uh-oh. This run might be fucked. I might have to restart the entire level. The guard was supposed to drop the key. So we need to go quite a way back. Okay, then here. Okay, now we play the game. Where the fuck did the guard die? And did the key already despawn because of saving and all that nonsense? Let's use classic mode. Sometimes easier to see items in classic. Oh, well here it is. Dude. Dude, that is not easy to spot. It, like in classic, it's so much easier to see. Man. That's all we needed. All right. I think at the current pace, I should hit Antarctica today. It's like there's one more London stage after this one, but I think it's short. I don't remember exactly. Usually the last ones are like boss fight type stages, so it shouldn't be too long. And Antarctica is only a couple, but there's some tough ones there. There's some tough puzzles and stuff. Hoppa. Hop. Boom, boom, boom. Sounds like a cartoon. I'll save here in case I miss the jump again. But I don't. I'm a professional. Hoppa. There we go. Finally. I was about to say, that's it. It's back. Yeah. How many times are gonna have to go back? Come on. It's a croc! I don't have time for you, croc. No, I do not. Uh-oh. Am I making it in time? Whew, barely. That's a crazy sound effect. Bro, climb up. Why is she not? Did they make it just a little bit higher? But there's no... What the fuck? Why is she not? What is happening? Why is that? What? Wait, now I can't climb here either? Wait, am I just bugged? Okay, I guess I was bugged in some way. Maybe like stuck in a swimming animation thing, and by going through the animation it fixed it. Who knows? Is that lava? I guess it is. Sheesh. Oh my god, she didn't jump. Oh, jelly? Brown and jelly? Okay, that went smooth. I saw it. Hello, top secret. Wait, I know where this is. Hold on, hold on, hold on. This might actually not be where we want to go. Hey! That is not the gun I want. Fuck. And now we're just on the other side, so I guess I have to go here. Aw. Man, I saw some pictures today of like apparently a new set of Pokemon cards released. And there were like pictures from like in America, like in Target and Walmart and stuff. People having like multiple carts so they can just like Like, go fucking... It's crazy they don't have like a one per customer limit yet. Like, even here in Belgium, like the scalping is not that bad. Like most local game stores still have, you know, like Pokemon cards to buy. But last week when I went to the store, they did have a little thingy like one per customer. I'm kind of surprised, you know, more stores don't do that. But I guess then again, Target could not give less of a shit if one person bought all of it or if, you know, everyone got one. Their bottom line is the same. They don't give a shit. And the creators of the card game probably don't mind either, because then now the cards are going to be more rare if they're just sitting on people's shelves. Sheesh. Man, I think when we hit break time, I'm gonna get like a coffee or something. I am like legitimately like dozing off. Whew. Hard to focus. Is this where I need to go? Probably is. There we go. This has got to be the end almost, no? That's why it was a dead end. Oh, cutscene. Let's go. Wake up.
Ah, Miss Croft. I take it you're ready to sign on.
To what?
Well, my books. You see, with your lifestyle, you'd be the perfect campaign for my products. Just think, you wouldn't be needing those unsightly weapons anymore.
No.
How does she
Probably have an
originally look?
unsightly face, judging by your past
Sheesh.
experiments.
My what?
Oh yes, they're all still alive. Very much so, in fact. All I want is the artifact.
Right. In your next life.
We'll see.
Oh yeah, this one. I remember this boss fight. I guess this is supposed to be where we came from. Oh, I thought that was an item for a second. Oh. All right, what do we got? A rocket launcher. Not doing anything. Oh shit! Oh my god. What's happening? How do I hit her? Maybe with bullets instead of projectiles? Okay, what's the solution here? Let's think about it. What options do I have? Will anything break her guard? Probably not. I mean, if the rocket launcher didn't. Excuse me. Oh, yes. Well, I just got stuck. I think she has like rings. I think they're like a force field pushing you away. Ooh, stretching. Yeah, you joke, girl. I've not seen what changed. really? Oh, dear. How do I deal with this shit, dude? Hey, what's up, Rio? How? Man, I'm pretty sure if I remember correctly, it's mostly dodging and finding your way. Ow. Farting around in my apartment. Nice. Stinking the place up. Beautiful. Ah! Ooh, that was deep. Just like a real man would. Like actually go down and like smell your chair. No. Damn, he still has standards. Dude, this is fucked. The modern camera is fucking me over. All right. Even higher. Okay, what if I save here? So I don't have to run back every time. Excuse me. Chopper. I hear a chopper. Helicopter, helicopter. Okay. Can I climb this? Oh. Oh fuck, this is bad. Oh, it still worked. Cameraman, come on. It's a beaver. Shh. Brah! Okay, what do we do here? Rocket launcher? Will it finally work? Probably not. Pushing me away. Does the rocket launcher not have a shortcut? Unfortunate. I fell. Man, I'm sorry. I'm tired as shit. Survivor Trilogy finally made it to GOG. Took a while, but later than ever. Better late than never. Yeah, and it's probably really cheap too. Like, I've seen the Survivor Trilogy on PlayStation for like €8. Which, I mean, for that money, it's kind of like a steal, right? Even if you don't like the new Lara, that's a lot of game. For not a lot of money. I would say, like, for the 3 games, I mean, they're full games. If it's anything 20 or under, in my head, it's a no-brainer. If you like these kind of games, right? Come on, caffeine, do your thing. Wake me up. Even though, as far as I know, in Coca-Cola, though I guess this is River Cola, there's actually not that much caffeine. Like, it's only a fraction compared to like coffee. I think coffee has the equivalent of like 10 glasses of Coke per cup of coffee, or even more. It's like, well, what is it, 40 times? It was like a lot more in coffee. Small coffee. I guess I can Google it. Caffeine coffee vs Coke Zero. And they're talking in like weird things like ounces. What the fuck? What's an ounce? Anyway, according to this thing here, if we're gonna look at ounces, a 12-ounce cup of coffee has 140 milligrams of caffeine, whereas a 12-ounce can of Coke has 34. So it's like, I guess it is about 4 times as much in one can. So you need to drink, to get the equivalent of 1 cup of coffee, you need to drink 4 times that amount of Coke Zero to get the same amount of caffeine. Okay, what about energy drinks? Energy drinks is still less than coffee. That's kind of crazy. You would think energy drinks would be like the thing for caffeine, but no. Coffee still has more. Damn, still 1.5 to 2 times more. That is wild. $11. Thing is, the first one was on GOG since years. Others didn't get on it because of the online play me things. That is I mean, yeah, they have like the multiplayer. Oh yeah, the fucking I love that mode in Rise of the Tomb Raider. The, you know, run around in the snow, find tombs randomly generated. That was, I kind of like that mode. I don't care for caffeine, but I love sugar. Energy drinks are insane here in the US. An energy drink can have up to 200 to 300 milligrams. I mean, yes, but you need to compare it to the same amount. Like most energy drinks, at least a lot of them here, like your Monster energy drinks and stuff, they come in huge cans, you know? They're like the half-liter cans. Yeah, I think Red Bull is like the usual 330 milliliter, but still that's a lot more liquid than like a cup of coffee. I think that if you were to fill a can of Monster with coffee and drink it, you would have so much more than your daily need. Most of the energy drinks are banned in the UK. Really? I didn't know that. At least here in Belgium, they're also pretty available. What the heck? Whoops. Oh, that was it. Whoops. What a weird grab. Okay, now how do I turn the electricity off? Like, even if I go here, you're kind of like, yeah, prime energy, rain energy, ghost, and more benefited cardiac. Oh, shit. Wait, no, that's. Oh, there's an off button here. Ay, ay, To be fair, a lot of kids. Wait, where's the secret here? There's a secret here? A lot of teenagers, they drink energy drinks as if it's water. They drink like multiple cans a day, which is bonkers. I think like the maximum amount of caffeine, and that's only talking about caffeine, not even talking about all the other shit in energy drinks. I think the maximum amount of caffeine per day for an adult is like 400 something, maybe 500 max, depending on your weight. So like if you drink 1 can of energy drinks, if it hits like 300, like you can't have a second big can. Like it's crazy. Funny story, saw some debate about whether Silent Hill F is too unconnected to the rest of the series. I thought that Silent Hill without the town is like Dino Crisis with no dinosaurs or Dead Alive without Kasumi, but then I remembered Prism. Yeah, I think with Silent Hill, I think they just wanted to try something new. I don't mind that it's in a different place. Like a lot of, at least from what I've seen, a lot of the teams and whatever it's handling and using is very Silent Hill. You know? I guess they don't want to be shackled to like the same place, I guess. There we go. Antarctica. Antarctica.
This is Hamlet's to base. Come in, base. Come in, base. Dead air, man.
Dead air, man.
Down. This is too much. Hold on back there. That was Harry.
Sheesh. Turn on the pixels. It's not over yet. And she just jumps. Dude, Laura is ruthless. That's crazy, dude. Imagine Resident Evil series would be originally called Raccoon City, but it takes place in New York. But then again, Resident Evil has taken place in other things. Like most people identify it with Raccoon City, of course, but that doesn't mean you can't do it anywhere else. RE1 wasn't in Raccoon City. I mean, it wasn't also called Raccoon City, the game, you know? Though you could argue Silent Hill is the name of the game. Do they mean the name of Silent Hill, or, you know, is Silent Hill more of an idea than an actual location? Think about that. Isn't Silent Hill just purgatory in a way? Shit. Get out, girl. No! Is this where you get out? It is. Damn, you have to be fast for that one. If you want that loot, you need to be fast as shit. Which I am. Top speed, baby. Okay, not top enough. Go, 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 go! Oh! 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 The location itself, Silent Hill, is kind of bound to it, I feel. But what if they want to expand? Do you feel like Silent Hill, as long as they keep making it, should only be in one location? I feel like it's cooler if they have the freedom to like expand it. Be like, well, Silent Hill, it's not only this one place. There's actually multiple places. You know, and they're kind of like just stuck with the series name. In a way, you know, like the biggest crime is that they fucked up by naming it Silent Hill. They should have taken something more generic so that it's easier to expand. Twitch now has a rewind function stole directly from YouTube. Or any other video. It's kind of wild Twitch didn't have that yet. Though I heard that YouTube was gonna do all kinds of updates to their live streaming side as well. Curious what that's all about. Because they were gonna do weird shit like have an AI automatically make clips of good moments or whatever. It's like, how the fuck does an AI know? I know what that AI is gonna do. If it's trained on the average clip that's being made of live streams, then first of all, 90% of them are going to be random 30-second clips because someone clicked on the clip button instead of the full screen button by mistake. And it just creates a 30-second clip and they go, oh, I don't need that, go back. But the clip has already been created. So that's one. And the second most common clip is going to be any girl streaming, whenever they get up from their chair, they get like an influx in clips created, which is, you know, that's fucked up, but that's reality, unfortunate. So, you know, if an AI is trained on that, hello, anybody home? Can you aim? No. There's only one solution. The big boy. I'm not sure if this is gonna work. If everybody spams lol, it should do a clip, no AI necessary. There are actually already tools like that. Like there are, I think even the software I use, Streamer Bot, I think they have like a function when it detects a certain amount of emotes or like a volume of emotes in general, it like automatically clips. I think that already exists, like third-party stuff. AI taking away the use of user interaction kind of fills the point of live streams emote. I agree, but at the same time, live streaming has changed so much. Like, so many people, when it comes to live streaming, all they do is like, yeah, that's where it comes from. They farm clips So they just on purpose try to do shit that's like a clippable moment so they can put that on like TikTok and whatever. So like for a lot of people, clips is where it's at. That's how they get a new audience, which I mean, that is how it is. Me streaming here all these days in the week, that gets me zero new viewers exactly. Because there's no algorithm pushing people to your stream. But with clips, you know, that gets pushed onto all these algorithms. That's why people want it. The big issue being, the only people who easily can get clips are people who already have a big audience. Like if you're a new streamer, small streamer, whatever, either you have to make clips yourself, which, I mean, I feel like I've tried that back in the day for a while. Like having like a shortcut button on my stream deck to quickly make a clip. You forget, you can be, because if you're thinking the whole time in your mind, I need to be ready to push the clip button, then you're like not doing shit. Then it's constantly in the back of your head. What if AI generate content for an AI audience? Damn. It's kind of like job interviews these days. That's been fully taken over by AI. Like an AI screens the applications, but people use AIs to create the applications. Then if the AI approves the AI written application, you probably have to do a Zoom call, but that Zoom call is not with a person. No. That is with an AI system that asks a question, and you need to like answer the question with like a little video thing in like a minute or two, and the AI will analyze it and see if it's correct or like if it's a fit for the company. And if that's right, then a real person gets to see your profile. And then they still can decide whether or not to hire you. That is... Oh man, I'm so glad I don't have to do that right now. That sounds like such a hellhole. I really hope by the time I need to find a new job, the whole AI thing's over. Like AI is... AI has to be a bubble that's gonna burst, right? Just the power requirements alone. These companies are losing so much money just on the electricity bills alone. Like not a single of these AI companies is like profitable. Like not even close. It's insane. And they're like installing all these like mega server farms. To the point where, dude, I literally a week or two ago saw like a mini documentary on YouTube about this. About like in like these rural areas in America, they're installing like these mega server plants. Like these are like buildings which you would think it's like a huge Amazon warehouse in size, but it's just all computers. But it makes so much noise because it's like all these low frequency hums of like millions of computers. Like it's to the point where the people who live near, like they're like, yeah, we have trouble sleeping because like our entire house is like slightly rattling. You can hear it all the fucking time. It's like people getting sick of it. Like actually getting ill. It's insane how fucked up it is. And they're like, yeah, when our senator or whatever was like, we're going all in on Bitcoin. It's like, yeah, this isn't what we were thinking was gonna happen. I haven't heard of that. I've heard of the methane generators making horrible air pollution. Yeah, that's another thing. That was another thing. These people, their water bills and electricity bills had like quadrupled because they were using all the water for cooling and all the electricity in the state. But they had like a sweet deal with the government, or like with the state, for good prices, and then of course the, you know, the people have to pay up. It's really a fucking, you know, God. And knowing that most of AI, like I saw like a list of like the most common uses, and it changed throughout the years, but like one of the most common uses is like using it for therapy and shit like that. It's like, what are we doing? And like schools, that's a funny statistic. When it was like, when school was out, they saw the use of AI like plummet. Because like one of the most common uses is like school, just cheating in school, I guess. It's wild. It's, you know. And to be fair, like, I've used AI stuff and I don't know, I feel like we can do without. The little benefit you get from it, to me, doesn't seem worth the cost it's having on everything. They can also have ruptured organs, low frequency sound. Yeah, that is definitely a problem. To be honest, I've had some therapists that are probably worse than ChatGPT. The problem with, like, having a good or bad therapist, that's one thing. Or maybe it's like a therapist that doesn't fit you or whatever. The problem with ChatGPT is it's not a therapist. It's just gonna say what it wants, or what you want it to say. Or what it thinks, quote unquote, thinking. What it thinks you want to hear. That's what it does. I think that's why so many people like it as like a therapist tool. But the problem is, and this has already happened, if like a depressed kid is like, man, why should I live? And ChatGPT is like, well, maybe you shouldn't. Of course, people pay their taxes so the government can fund AI, take their jobs and prevent them from having money to pay taxes with. And then we won't need tax cuts, exactly. Sound advice from online gaming, exactly. First, I need to fuck my mom. Then I need to kill myself. Man. What did she do? What the fuck was that? He's like, doo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo. I got time. How do I break the ice outside? That was a top secret, for sure. Anyway, long story short, I hope AI dies. And as with a lot of those things, right? Like the technology in principle, like on its own, there's technically nothing wrong with the technology. There's even some cool uses for it. You know, like for example, if you do some programming, it's definitely useful to quickly get like a rough sketch of what you want to make. Like it can definitely be a useful tool, but it's not worth. It needs to be either significantly more efficient, so that you can like actually run it without burning the world. That's one of the big things. Problem with AI or all marketing and IP law being fucked. Yeah, that specifically with generative AI, which also don't even get me started on co-opting the term AI to mean just generative AI, and we're just completely forgetting about all the other types of AI. Yeah, generative AI and copyright, that's a big issue. There we go. Vibe coding. Yeah, I would never use it as is. When I have used, like, for example, ChatGPT or whatever for coding, it's mostly something to the effect of like, oh, I need to do something, you know, using the SharePoint API. And I don't really know the syntax or really know whatever. And instead of doing the usual Google, look for it, you know, browse through a couple of Stack Overflow threads, you know, all that nonsense, I'll just type it into ChatGPT. It's gonna spit out some code. It never works because Microsoft has a cool habit of changing their API like every year to something completely new. But, you know, you'll have like a foundation of like the steps and like some of the syntax, and like you can start searching for what it actually needs to be, optimize it a little bit. But you don't have to start from scratch anymore. And that does speed things up, I will admit. But I can go without. Like if tomorrow it blows up and there's no more AI, I've done it without it. I can still do it without it. But like, you know, things like image generation, especially if it's just like straight up like deep faking and copying other people's work, like the, oh, now you can change this photo into Studio Ghibli. Stop it. Like that is just, stop it. That is disgusting. I was not ready for that. I'm gonna go back. What if I want to explore here a little bit? So I guess there's nothing here. All right. Any and all generated content should be public domain since it was trained on the commons. Yes, I do agree with that. Like if they do figure out the copyright stuff, or if they just use public domain things to train on only, which even in of its own is an issue because they need a lot more data to get good results. But whatever, like let's say they figure it out. Yeah, of course, anything AI generates cannot be copyrightable. Of course not. You'd be insane to think it is. Right? It's great for Excel formulas that can be arsed to remember. Those are easy. I mean, there's a lot. I don't know all Excel formulas. I know a lot. Footprints in the snow, so advanced, yeah. Yo, look. Transparent water. Okay, does this thing, if I crash through that, does it open that way? How do we crash in it? Also, there's... Where do I go? Here? Now I'm seeing all kinds of shit to explore. Oh my lord. Ah. Okay, I need to go back. I also don't work with spreadsheets every day. It's infrequent enough that I forget, even if I learn. That is, I mean, yeah, I can see that. If you work in Excel specifically, you got Copilot now, don't you know? How about you Copilot your formulas? Copilot is so dog shit. Like, amongst AIs, dude, Copilot is so ass. I don't think Copilot has ever done anything for me that, like, is good. Like when I'm in Excel, it's always like, well, Copilot can help you do formulas. Dude, it's always like the most convoluted shit that's inefficient as fuck. If it even works. Copilot in fucking Power BI. Ooh, we can like learn your data and make graphs. You can't learn my data. It has never worked. It probably just works on sales data. If you just do sales data, it probably works. If you do anything a little more complex, forget about it. Copilot in VB Code? Dog shit. It's so bad. Hey. Thought I killed all these guys already. Who's shooting me? Where did he come from? To be honest, I think they're all shit and people like the ones because they got lucky a few times. Probably true. Oh, this was I guess this switch supposed to drop the boat and I bugged it out there. That's funny. I guess I found the speedrun strat. I'd see Laura in a fighting game, right? That would be so sick. We know she can. We've seen her kick ass. This is the right way? I don't think so. No, this is not the right way. Put her in Soul Calibur with the ice pick and the bow and pistols. Not the bow. Like, look, I like the Survivor trilogy stuff and whatever, but Look, I'm team dual pistols all the way. Like the bow made sense in the context of the first Survivor game. The second she was like more, you know, I guess better at her job. You want to put it that way. Pistols all the way, baby. Okay, there's an entrance here, which is probably what ends up in that weird place here. Right. Okay. Or is it guessed in Prism 2? Prism 2? Just Prism DLC, maybe. Uh-huh. Go in 3D fighting game would be a first? Maybe. I mean, it depends. I think Soul Calibur has had it. Soul Calibur had it. Link, yeah. And Ezio in Soul Calibur 5. So I guess that's technically a crossbow. Projectile spam character Lara. Put her in Tekken. Give her a meter and shooting attacks and a demon flip. The Tekken player base loves a character with 2D style attacks, a meter, and a demon flip. It's their favorite type of character. Okay, how is this not a secret? I'm sorry. This is so much more hidden than the other thing. And this is not a secret? Oh shit. That was a little too close for comfort. Oh my lord. Shush. How do we get in here? Or maybe this is the backside. Wait. How do we get in here?
No.
Anyway, let's get in our little car. Also, let me take a break. When I fucked MK Gotcha could fit in there. And the guy who made the dead animations in the first 2013 game would crank his hog for hours. Dude, the first Survivor trilogy game, they were like, what if we made the dead animations torture porn? Like, there's so many unique, wild-ass animations in that game. Brutal ones, too. It's like, what were they thinking? Like, I know when they first released that game, a big portion of it was like, it's Survivor. But also like, oh, it's gonna be like a little more, you know, like she's gonna break bones and whatever, there's blood, you know? And I guess they were like, well, I guess if she dies, it needs to be brutal as shit as well. God, Tomb Raider 12, what's that gonna be like? I am very curious what the next mainline Tomb Raider is gonna look like. And we haven't heard anything about it at Tokyo Game Show. How weird. Anyhow, be right back. Break time. Poof. Back in action. Man, it is funny how corporations are too predictable these days. There's like an event going on right now, or it's done now, I don't know, where they're like announcing new shit for Magic the Gathering. And you know, earlier this year they did like the Final Fantasy collab. Honestly, a really good product, really good set. And it was a smash hit. They've you know, sold a lot, let's put it that way. It's record selling. And now they're like, guess what, for the holidays we made more Final Fantasy shit. And it's like, but you've just done it. Like, most people haven't even bought it yet because it's been scalped to hell, you know. Like, it's hard to find. And now they're like, we're gonna do some more. And I think some of it sounds so desperate. They're like, well, we're gonna make cards that were already in the previous set, but we gave them like new fancy art, only available in this expensive product. So go get them. And it's like, it's like designed for fucking scalpers and like people who don't play the game. And then shit like, oh, we're gonna re-release the Commander decks, but we replaced the art with all screenshots from the game they're from. And then in small letters, US only. I'm like, what the fuck is this shit? US only? Since when are we doing that shit? What do you mean US only? Not that I want it. Like, but yeah, and the worst part is, as much as it's the most obvious cash grab in the world that I've ever seen, I'd much rather have that than the Spider-Man shit. God, the Spider-Man stuff is bad. Been DM'd the next set of Magic Secret Lair. Do you see this, the office shit? No, I have not. They're doing an office secret lair. That's crazy. I mean, they've done like Princess Bride and stuff, so they've done Monty Python. So it wouldn't be that weird to do the office, but also, I mean, that's pretty fucking bad. What's in the water, or is that just stuck? Wait, are you like actually for real? For real? Like, are you really not pulling my leg right now? I'm gonna Google it. I don't think it's real. Only thing I find is a thread from a year ago. What the fuck is this real? That better not be real. Is that like a leak? That can't be real. That looks fake. But I mean, to be fair, a lot of official cards these days look fake. Even on MTZ rumor subreddit, there's nothing about this. So it might be fake. But you know, at this point, nothing surprises me. They've done just about everything it's, you know. Also Furby Iron Man is, I just saw something about the Furby though on the MTG rumors subreddit. Furby at MagicCon. Oh no. Someone in the comments said La Boo Boo before you know it. I hate that he's so right. I hate that he's so right. Of course there's gonna be magic Labubu's. Man, I said it at the start of the stream. They announced some stuff. Also, awooga. They've announced some stuff for like next year. They're gonna do Lorwyn Part 2. Lorwyn, one of my all-time favorite sets. Man, I'm just scared they're gonna fuck it up. Like, instead of excited, I'm just scared. Oh shit. Whoa. Oh, ooh, I did not save in a minute. Whoa. Let's we'll retrace our steps a little bit. Everything announced. Wait, did they just drop that? Oh shit. The Hobbit. They're doing Lord of the Rings again? Oh man. And it's gonna be like the Hobbit movies. They're just gonna be dog shit compared to the real one. To the actual, like the Lord of the Rings. Oh man, Magic is, it really is a love-hate relationship right now. With a lot of hating. I still think it's a great game to play, but man, it's hard to be excited about new products. Because again, half of the products are just like, here's Spider-Man, here's Avatar, like who cares? But then when there's a product you might actually give a shit about, like Lorwyn, my initial reaction isn't, hooray, I'm so happy, finally we're going back to one of my favorite teams. It's like, my brain goes, oh no, how are they gonna fuck this up for me? Reset era. I guess we'll read a little bit. I mean, if it's a secret lair, it is what it is, you know? It is what it is with the secret lairs. I think it's much more egregious when it's like full-on sets. God, this cameraman. When they made these games, they knew what they were doing. They knew. God damn, did they know. We don't mind one bit. Girl, we're gonna drown. We're gonna drown and freeze because you couldn't grab that fast enough. See what I mean? You gotta pick it up faster, girl. Ain't no way. Please. I can't crouch. This save file is fucked. Oh my god. Oh, it's a bug. Thank fucking god it's a bug one time. Oh. I thought my save file... I am never saving crouched ever again. That shit's too dangerous. Okay, now pick this up from the first time, girl. What is this? What is happening? Fuck this shit. We're fucking powering through this. I heard us talk about Magic Office. As if she couldn't slam that with the back of her gun or something. Okay, you can grab this. I need to open the gate, I'm assuming. Yeah. Alright, let's save here in case we got really lucky by getting unstuck. Should I play Magic Arena on stream? I feel like I could do that. I feel like at the same time, I've booted up Magic Arena quite a few times and just stared at the screen and be like, what do I even do here? Like, what? What do you do? I guess you draft, but that costs money. Should play the old Micro Prose game. Dude, I loved Magic the Gathering Battlegrounds. Oh my god. That was a janky ass game, but god did I love it. The Atari thing? No, that's like I think it was on PC and on original Xbox. Battlegrounds. Think I would be able to use a monkey bar for more than a couple seconds at my age? Oh yeah. Yeah, if you don't train shit like that, you can't do it. Unless you're like really lightweight. But strong, I guess. Atari developed. I guess so. See if I can find a video. It was a fun game though, but you could optimize it to death. Magic the Gathering Battlegrounds. 4K gameplay? Why would you do that? Long play? God, I haven't heard that term in a minute. Atari. Atari. I feel like whenever I play Tomb Raider, it's kind of just an excuse to hang out and talk about shit that I care about instead of actually playing the game. But I'm fine with that. I don't know how loud the video is. Wizards of the Coast. God, look at this dweeb. Oh shit, they're doing practice? Yeah, they're explaining. We don't need to see explanations. We need to see gameplay.
Reckless charge.
The eater. So what we're looking at, right? 2 health bars. This is a fighting game, but not really. You stand each on their side. This player can summon shit in their part of the stage. This guy can summon here. If you summon monsters, they will walk over and do like nish, 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 nish. And you can cast spells and whatever. And then you had to pick a certain amount. You can't take every spell. You needed to like build your deck of skills, I guess. And then fight against each other. And then there's shit like you can hit with a stick and have a shield and like whatever's. Yeah, you see you edit the spell book. You're like, okay, we can do this spell and these monsters and this whatever.
Goblin hero.
Goblin hero. And then Goblin
charge.
King. They all get stronger.
Fervor.
There's still tutorial
Goblin
shit.
hero.
Let's go more to the end.
Unsummon.
Unsummon. It is more fun than it looks though. Like looking at it now, it's like I feel like it sucks, but I actually had a good time playing this game until you figure out the good strategies, and then you always win.
Unsummon. Thunder spirit. Fighting drake.
There were certain color combinations to make a deck that were just so overpowered. It's not even funny. So I guess in the story mode, you're forced to use all the colors, but there's definitely some fun to be had there. But once you can create custom decks, it's kind of over. Damn, look at this. Looks more like a Psycho-ass game than a standalone game. This was a full-ass game. Yo, look at this big guy. Carnophage.
Carnophage.
Dude, I just had the most horrible thought ever. I was just thinking like, oh my god, look at all these classic Magic the Gathering monsters. Jazam Jin, Carnophage, Dead's Head Buzzards, Raging Goblin, all that shit. I was like, in my head, I'm like, what if they made this game today? It would just be like Spider-Man, SpongeBob, Pico Rig. It would be so bad now. Oh my god. I'm kind of surprised. After all these years, I've looked for this. People modding this game. I've never really found people who modded or added spells. I don't think they ever figured that out. Or, more specifically, I guess, people gave enough of a shit to add to this game. Look at this big guy. Bam.
Engulfing flames.
Damn, that's
Jizam Jin.
Jizam Jin. Chun-Li versus SpongeBob. Yes. Both of those are magic cards. There's a Chun-Li magic card and multiple SpongeBob magic cards. They also just did Sonic. It can be Sonic and Shadow and whatever the fuck.
Death's head buzzard.
All the people who have the magic obsession were too busy playing magic, yeah.
Venerable monk.
They had too much fun with the real deal. But I guess they got free time now to go back and do it. Oh, did you ever play the weird Sony Magic game? No, that's like a not a visual novel, but like a very, isn't like, wasn't there like one with real life actors and shit? There was like a very weird one. Battle Mage or something, right? So, here's the thing, I shit a lot about Magic. You know, I complain a lot because their latest products that they're releasing is just clearly, you know, hyper profit driven, and they generally don't give a shit about their own franchise, you know, like their original characters and stuff. But like, you know, those old cards aren't gone. Like if I, you know, I can pick up my decks, they're still full of cool original cards from back in the day, or even newer ones that are cool. It's still a great game, but man, it doesn't inspire hope with the products they're releasing these days. What can we do here? Nothing. At the Enter a Card Store's back room, where they play the other day to receive a package. Smell as bad as I remember. Some things never change. That is true, though. That is... It's such a meme, but it's actually not a meme. It is just facts. I've yet to enter a gaming store where there's people playing where it smells nice. Now, there's like a multiple issues. Like, first of all, you know, hygiene is an issue, I feel like, which is weird. Like, even if you're like the most disgusting person in the world who like doesn't shower or whatever, once you go out, you like, you know, you're gonna be amongst people. That's the point where before you leave the house, you fucking take a shower. Like, at least that's where my, like, whenever I, you know, like, for example, tomorrow, we have to go somewhere. Yeah, obviously I'm gonna shower before we go. I'm not gonna shower today. Not in the mood. At home all day. That's a free day without showering, baby. That did a lot. But yeah, on top of the hygiene thing, most gaming stores I've ever been in are like in some kind of dinky building. If they would just have like some sort of, any sort of air circulation system or air conditioning or anything along those lines, it would be so much more bearable. But no, it's always like this small crusty ass building with no windows, no nothing. Just, dude, I am willing to bet even if everyone came into the game store for an event, showered, clean as a whistle, ready to go. Dude, give it an hour of sitting in a small fucking room with like 20 people. Yeah, you're gonna be sweating and stinking before you know it. Man, where am I going? I feel like I'm just running around doing shit. Okay, you cannot jump on that. Fuck. Find the mutated soldier. He poisoned me, dude. This is, I love, clearly the inspiration for this is like The Thing. You know, maybe, you know, The Thing, but maybe like a smidge of, At the Mountains of Madness, you know? Love it. What's over her? God, there's so much. This stage is a tough one for me who likes to explore every nook and cranny. Because there's like shit everywhere. This is gonna bring us back to a place we've been though, I believe. Oh shit. Uh-oh. Not today, bucko. Oh, not today, bucko. Guess I have to jump. Okay, let's go back and let's explore bit by bit. You know, let's do more organized. So I think I've explored everything here, right? I don't think there's anything more to see. 'Cause yeah, this was, we climbed over, go here, shot the guy, bim bam boom. I guess I haven't been up there. Because only now I see door, the open door. Damn, look at these sick ass graphics. RX Tech, ray tracing, or TX. Is it possible for a human to jump out of the water to reach a ledge, like games tend to portray? Like the way Lara is climbing out of water, that's how you do it in a pool. Like you go down a little bit, and then like put yourself up. But like the games where you go down and do like the dolphin jump, no, that's not possible, I think. I'm not gonna say it's not possible, but there's gonna be some dude out there who figured out a way to do it. Okay. Still can't get there though. Actually, let me save. It's been a minute. But this is a good place to save because there's like multiple. According to the alcohol company, what? The alcohol company, the highest jump out of water wearing a monofin is 2.3 meter. Was achieved by Omar Syed Saban. I don't know how to pronounce that. Cairo, Egypt. On 14 August 2020. Wait, what? That's very recently. That's like a month ago. Did you guys see the dude who broke the world record of highest drop-in on a skateboard? Fuck me, that looks scary as shit. Touching his death? That's worse than Ninja Gaiden. Am I watching a 2-hour Red Bull video to see a 10-second drop-in? I just watched the 10-second drop-in. No need to see all the preamble. It's also, let's be honest, just a guy dropping in on a skateboard. Man, they're strong. I guess the gun is better. Heaps of ammo, does a lot of damage. The final shot? What a bitch. I don't know what that button did. No, I do not. Hey, the crowbar. Which Tomb Raider is beat best? I don't know. They're all sick. The best one is the first one. That is my personal opinion, not objectively speaking. Meh. I like the first one the most. This button just opens that door. That's it. Singular health kit. Right. Anything else here? No? Alright. Which one is the best from each era? Well, from the original era, I personally like the first one the best. To me, that one has like the best balance between exploration, action, puzzles. From the Legend trilogy, I think Underworld is the best one. Same reasons. And from the Survivor trilogy, it's a toss-up between Rise of the Tomb Raider and Shadow. They both have pros and cons, but they're both great games. I think as a game, I probably like Shadow of the Tomb Raider more, but I dislike the environment. Like, it's too much of the same. Rise is a little bit better in terms of environment, in my opinion. But the best part is, they're all so cheap. Like, if you're asking that question, as in, which one should I play or purchase, you can... If there's a Steam sale or a good old game sale now, I guess, or whatever, you can probably get, like, the full Tomb Raider bundle for, like, $30 or something. I don't really like the voice actor in the Survivor trilogy. She's cool. I guess it's easier to criticize in the newer games because they do have to talk a lot more. Like in the Legend trilogy and the Survivor trilogy, those voice actresses, they have a lot more text. Usually the second game is the best, followed by the worst third. The Resident Evil, Far Cry, Crysis, Silent Hill. Not always, but I think what you're saying is true in the sense that it is often a trap where they make a game, it's whatever, it's successful or maybe not or whatever, right? They make the second game in which they probably just take what they already have and address the pain points and improve on what they got. That's how you often get to like the best version. And then number 3 is probably the one where, okay, the previous thing worked. Now we can swing for the fences a little bit, you know, try something a little different. Because like if your third game is just, again, more of the same but slightly tuned and better, you know, maybe you're gonna get complaints about that. But then if you push it too far, people are gonna be like, this is not the game it's supposed to be. It's too different. Even though you're the creator, we have decided that it's not correct for you to do it this way. But at the same time, there's so many examples of that rule not applying. You know, just off the cuff. Double whammy, depending on how you count. Metal Gear Solid. If you count Metal Gear 2, and then Metal Gear Solid, the third one's obviously the best, right? But even if you count starting from Solid, Metal Gear Solid 3 is arguably the best one for a lot of people. So Tenchu, another example, in my opinion, where the third one is significantly better. Wait, haven't we been here? Did I just run in a circle? Did I run in a circle? Wait, no, this is with the zombie dude. Wait. What's rights for Tenchu? Deserves a shot. It's from software. So they're never doing that shit. In fact, rumor has it, I don't know how confirmed this is, but this is like a very well-known story at this point, is that Sekiro started development as a new Tenchu, and they're like, ah, fuck that shit, we'll make something else. It's too different, it's its own thing now, fuck Tenchu. That's the rumor, that's the story. So I don't think, you know, they're too busy making Souls games. And once in a while they'll do something like Armored Core in between. Stealth games are kind of frowned upon for some reason. Yeah, it's for the same reason people don't like Death Stranding. Or like the reason some people complain about Death Stranding. It's not constant action. Some people need that gun going brr 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 all the time. The reality is, you need to think about it this way. A stealth game is really just like a dynamic puzzle game. If you think about it, like just the act of, you know, solving an area you need to stealth through, that is a puzzle in like, in a way. And I guess some people don't like puzzles. It's not rumored, it's true. Probably. Like, I've heard it so many times now. But I don't think it's ever been, like, confirmed, if that's even possible for those kind of things. To be fair, Death Stranding really looks like a delivery man simulator most of the time. Yeah, but, like... that's like saying... Call of Duty looks like a shooting game, because it is, but that doesn't mean there's more to it. Like, oh, Call of Duty, you just click and walk, and that's it. That's all you do. You click on your mouse to shoot and you walk around. That's all you do in Call of Duty or in Battlefield. But in a way, I don't blame people. If you don't play Death Stranding, you don't really get it. People are conditioned that walking in a video game is just a mode of transportation. It's just the thing that gets you from A to B. And in Death Stranding, they said, hey, what if walking is the game? As in, we'll make a bunch of mechanics, you know, like you can slip, you can drop your crates, you can like, there's all these mechanics that make the walking part, the traveling part difficult. You know, require planning, require gameplay, all that stuff. The walking, the getting from A to B is the point. But it's not just holding forward and done, you know? And I feel like that's how a lot of people treat it. as if you just walk as if you're playing Assassin's Creed, you know? But no. Okay, door open. What do we do here? Fuel supply. Oh, I guess this is for the puzzle. Hey. Most people that need constant action game are also shit at the game. They just need a constant supply of dopamine. True. At the same time, do whatever you want. Like people just, if people just did the things they liked and wanted to do and ignored like the games and stuff they didn't enjoy instead of complaining and bitching about it, I think it would be better. Okay, hold on. Let's take a mental picture. So we got fuel supply, red, green engine. Most horror games like that as well, but puzzles and light survival elements round it up. Yeah, I think that's why I said I like the first Tomb Raider the best of these original games, because the balance of there is combat, but it's rare, and it's more prevalent at the end of the game, but it's generally rare. And then there's like the exploration and the puzzling, and like the balance of those things in the first game to me hits like the correct amount for me. With every following game like Tomb Raider 2, Tomb Raider 3, I feel like there's like more combat in general that I could do without for sure. And like the puzzles, especially in this game, there's like a lot of convoluted stuff. That's like, you know, there's like a lot of stuff like you basically need to know. That are like really hard to solve. Which I get it, it's a newer, it's a follow-up game. It needs to always be more difficult, but I don't know. I like the first game a lot. So fuel supply, that's this one, right? Whoa. No. I guess we can climb here. How does this work? Okay, that's not... We need it red. It was red, green, red, green. This one needs to be green. Some red and then green. Cool. What is happening? Puzzle on Silent Hill 3 exclusive to hard mode that requires prior knowledge about Shakespeare. Damn. I kind of love that though. And there's a game. It's kind of been a little bit forgotten through time because it's like it's an MMORPG, so a lot of people are not interested in that genre. There used to be a game called The Secret World. The idea being MMORPG, you create your character and you can choose one of 3 organizations your character is in, like the Illuminati and like fucking whatever, like all these like shadowy organizations. And the entire game was like, what if like all these conspiracy shit, like what if it's all real, you know? And then like the first area you're in is like a town and it's like, you know, like eldritch horror inspired. And then like the next area is like Egypt and mummies, and like it was like really themed around, you know, like a healthy dose of things like Lovecraft, but also just general, you know, like Men in Black and like all that kind of stuff. But they had such cool puzzles to the point where you had an in-game web browser with like a search thing and whatever. And they just had so much, like you would find someone's badge, right? Their name and then the company. And then you could use the in-game browser or just like your actual browser, go to the website of that company. The website was made by them. It existed. They had like, oh, view our members. And then you could see what their job was. And like, there was like all these hints and things that you would need to go look on the internet and like go on this hunt for information. And, you know, like a lot of things were not just given to you. Some puzzles were like really tough, you know. But they had some next level puzzles, and I always really enjoyed that about that game. Too bad the rest of it was eh. Wasn't exactly the best game in the world when it comes to MMOs. It wasn't bad though, by any stretch. Where's the other? I have a crowbar. I know I've seen 2 doors already that you could break open with the crowbar. One was on the top of the thing, which we've done. Where was the other one again? One was up there. Where was the other one? Is that even more back? It's possible. Oh yeah, it was actually, wasn't it? Yeah, it was there. This little housey here. Yeah. Creating enjoyable hard puzzles is an art in of itself. Dude, I watched the video. This is such a nerdy thing, but I love it. And I didn't know about this, but once you think about it, it makes a lot of sense. There was a video about the art of creating Sudoku, where there's like this company in Japan who hand makes Sudoku puzzles, and people pay for them because they're such a joy to solve. And then they, you know, initially you're like, okay, I guess that's a quaint, cool thing. But then they start explaining about like a bit of the history, yada, yada, yada. And dude, I had no idea. I mean, I could have guessed. But like most of the, I don't know if you guys have it, but here in Belgium, like a big thing is like puzzle books. If you go to any like newspaper, what's it called in English? Like the little shop where you can buy like the newspaper and stuff and like magazines and whatever. They have all these puzzle books as well. You know, Swedish crossword, Sudoku, all, you know, word seeker, all that kind of stuff, right? And apparently these days, those are all made by computer algorithms. There's just software where you just say, this is the grid I'm looking for, enter, give me some words, and then make up some puzzles around it. And people who are really into puzzles like that, they really hate this change, because when they used to hand make those puzzles, let's say a crossword puzzle, like, or a word seeker, right? The crossword, the Swedish crossword. Let's think about that, right? How it used to be was there might be some easy answers, some really hard answers. If you just know it, very easy, great, right? But they're puzzles. Usually you don't know everything. So there's like a couple of easy things. And if you put the easy things in and you get those, you probably get some hints with letters towards other shit. And because they were handmade, there was a sort of path woven, like they were actually, puzzle makers used to really think about that. Like, what are they gonna solve first? What does that hint to next? Yada yada. Same with Sudoku. A good, well-designed, hand-designed Sudoku has like a sort of path that guides you through the steps. If I solve this, then I can go there. Oh, but then it points to this, and like there's like a logic to it. There's like a, you know, there's like a joy to it in a weird way. Whereas these computer algorithms, they technically make a puzzle and it's a solvable puzzle, and it's like it fills all the check boxes of what makes a puzzle, you know, like a quote-unquote legal, you know, like it fits all the requirements of being that type of puzzle. But sometimes they just use like really weird words that make no sense in the context, or like Sudokus can be really weird, technically solvable, but just like, you know, weird. It's the word and whatever. It was a fascinating video on how the art of creating puzzles has like completely gone away, because like these little magazines, you can buy them for like a couple, like €1 or €2. They're super cheap, but you know, it makes sense. You can generate 1 million of those puzzles in an afternoon if you want to. So it's like, you know, but it was interesting. It's like I never even thought about that twice. The fact that puzzles might actually be dog shit now. Because the computer, right? Like, who would think about that? Unless you're into it. Puzzles were curated, yeah, like the path of solving was taken into consideration. You know, they were, by the exact meaning of the word, they were designed. Someone designed a puzzle. There's like an intent to it. And there you go. Now you guys have an extra useless fact that at the next, you know, the next Christmas gathering with family or whatever thing, you can be like, hey, did you know puzzles now suck? You know why? I don't know. When I see a YouTube video like that, shit like that fascinates me, you know, like it's like a world you're not a part of, and it was like presented in a way like clearly for people like me who like, that seems fascinating. I know nothing about this, but it's like in your life, you know. I think there's a case for jigsaw puzzles. I mean, I know 100% computers make jigsaw puzzles now. You just put in the image, click on the button, and it creates the puzzle pieces. Dude, like, I'm even willing to bet you can just... I'm willing to bet on Google now. You can find a website, an app, where you can upload a JPEG or whatever image format, click create puzzle. It not only creates the puzzle pieces, but then on your screen digitally, you can start solving the puzzle, the jigsaw. I'm 100% sure that exists. If that doesn't exist, go make it and be rich. I'm sure. Like, if that doesn't exist, you're about to make a lot of money. But that 100% is gonna exist. There's no way that doesn't exist. There's no way. Not sure there's moolah in that. Those kind of things, like the little puzzle stuff, if you just put it on a page with like an ad that runs before you get into the puzzle, it's the type of shit like at work, for example, during lunch break, there's people who like they read the news a little bit and then they like start solving some puzzles. That's just like their lunch break activity. And whatever the new hotness is, they'll do like Wordle or whatever the fuck. There's like a million of those puzzles these days. And they just do them. I'm sure they would be like totally down for something like that. Okay, I have a gate control key. I'm guessing I need to go back to the little house at the start. I also need to wrap up. It's already past 11 p.m. I don't know if it's the end of the stage though. It might actually be. Maybe we can push on. I don't know. Whee! For a second I thought it was alive again. I was like, what? Resurrecting dog? Can I pet that dog? Is there anything here? Whoa, I missed that. I guess I just went in there. Okay, I'll go get it. I'm like sitting in my break time, rather take a walk, sitting all day during work anyway. I hear that. I often do that with meetings. If I have to do like a meeting, I'll just stand and not sit down. Depends, right? If it's like only with a couple of people, you obviously go sit. It's a little weird. But when we have like our, you know, like the full team, you know, like what's that called in English? Like whatever, we do like a once every 2 to 3 weeks. We do like the team overview, you know, go over what the team's been doing, progress on shit. When it's that meeting, there's not enough chairs anyway, so I just always stand because you're sitting all day. Lunch break, I like to watch YouTube videos or read a comic book or something. I like chilling. What an animation, beautiful. Huh? Oh. Push the button. That's weird. Why is it not just immediately... They didn't have to split that up into 2 actions. Give me the loot. No loot. You think that's the end of the stage? That would be a good place to wrap it up if it is. You know what's funny? People buy fast food but rarely eat on the go. It really depends, I guess. Like here in Belgium, there's like a big culture of like getting like sandwiches at lunch, or like I don't know what to call it. Like I guess the best comparison to like US stuff would be like a Subway sandwich, like those kind. Like the long breads with like salad, meat, sauces. Like there's like a real culture of that, eating that during noon, ordering those. But they like either order it and have it delivered at the office, or they go out of the office into like the city, go buy them, and then go back to the office to eat it. Though I do know in the big cities, like you know, like actual big cities, I have seen like you know, if you go during noon, if you go look at like McDonald's and whatever, there's like a bunch of people in suits there that clearly are just there to quickly grab a bite during lunchtime. Girl, jump out. I am pushing the eject button. Please jump out to your side. There we go. I also do prefer sitting down while eating. I don't know. I feel like eating while walking, like specifically combining walking and eating, even if it's like a snack, I don't know. I like to sit down and enjoy it. I don't know if I can get back up if I do this. Why didn't she grab on? I held the grab button. Oh, you can grab on. It's just, I thought it was like a ladder in the center. Oh. Oh, cutscene.
Oh, aye, come in. Make yourself at home. I won't be a minute.
At home? I've just met a man who may as well have been Brundlefly.
Fascinating, isn't it?
He was your own.
Fascinating, isn't it?
He was a molecular biologist. He'd have been intrigued with himself. Thanks to this material, his Hox genes were multiplied. Do that, and the complexities of our bodies increase beyond our comprehension. But this is just the fringe of its possibilities we're seeing here. My pal's exposure came from a material impregnated into the meteorite crate.
Impregnated, let's
The
go.
real capacities lie in its core. which these artifacts you're so attached to will let me access.
But you've no control over this.
This is not just about avidly spawning mutants. It's an entirely natural acceleration of evolution, a real live laboratory of spurred-on life.
Not everyone here wants to be guinea pigs, multi-appendaged or not.
Well, that's unfortunate. It's been hit and miss here for too long. Now the timing's spot on. I can't leave it. The Polynesians fled in their ignorance.
Oh my
Darwin's
God.
half-wit sailors the same, ironically making Darwin himself miss this angle on
What
evolution.
what the hell were they thinking with his face?
I'm here. I have the access, the knowledge, the artifacts.
Yes, but you bumped into me in India and sent me to find them for you, bringing me here. Listen to this gibberish. Your perception of good timing is bad.
I don't know about that.
Look at this guy. He was waiting on her? That's fuck. Shoot him! Shoot that bitch! Damn, the twirl! She's got style. She had to hit him with a little twirl. That's sick. Highest resolution back in the day, remember San Andreas? I actually don't remember how low res that was. I guess back in the day, San Andreas, that was for me, I played that on PS2, so I still played that on like a CRT television, which does hide some of that stuff, you know? We're stuck. All right, anyway, that's gonna be it for today, boys and girls. Adachi was 12 feet away. Plot armor. He was too good. He was too good. Maybe there's like something important in the bag and she didn't want to shoot the bag. Weekend. Let's go! I'm excited. I have no obligations this weekend. You know, like this period is kind of annoying in a way because there's like a lot of birthdays around this time period in my family. So it's like every 2 weeks there's like another birthday party and it gets a lot. Like if you've done like 3 birthday parties in the span of like 6 weeks, it gets old. And it's in the same family too. It's like my brothers all born pretty close to each other. So it's like the first time it's great, you know, you catch up, whatever. Second time, you know, you're already running a little bit out of steam about what to talk about. You literally just saw each other 2 weeks ago. What the fuck do you talk about? Third time? What's left? Ghost of Yotei releases next week, doesn't it? Possible. I'm not gonna get it initially. I'll buy it later. There's too many games coming out soon. I still have to start the Assassin's Creed Claws of Whatever expansion for Shadows. Still have to start that. I'm still playing Death Stranding 2. So those 2 things alone are gonna keep me busy single player wise. End of October, like in a month from now, there's Ninja Gaiden 4 and Tormented Souls 2. And I think around that time, new expansion for Guild Wars 2 releases, which is something I like to play, you know, not on stream, but something I play a lot. So there's like a lot of games already coming out. Yotei can wait. Birthday parties, usually or only celebrated with a party on round ages at adulthood. Used in Meister. So what's a round age? Like every decade? You know, like, oh, you hit 20, next party's at 30? Or is it like 25 as well, like every 5? Or every even? 22, 24, 26? And I guess it depends on your definition of party. Because when I say it's a birthday party, it probably would be more apt to call it a birthday celebration. Because it's not like a party. It's just like, you know, like for example, like it's a birthday of, like not this week, but next weekend. It's the birthday celebration of a brother of mine, right? So it's like, it's me, my brothers, my parents, and my grandmother. She's also there. And we just have dinner, basically, you know? We have like a meal of choice by the birthday boy. And we just, you know, we get there at like 5 or 6 p.m. and we stay until like 10. Just have like dinner, talk, hang out for an evening. That's basically it. It's not like, you know, party hats and whoop whoop, and like not like a big party or anything. Yeah, but you gotta show up, bring a gift, eat and drink a couple of hours. It's basically a party, just a little. Yep, that's exactly what it is, though. The gift is the hardest thing. I still have to buy a gift for next week. I don't know what to get him. Like, the other parties, the other brothers, they also play things like Magic the Gathering, yada yada. They have like other hobbies and like nerdy hobbies, let's put it that way. So it's like really easy to buy something for them. But the one that's coming up now, he's like, I don't know. I don't even know what he does all day. Like, what does he even do? I know he like does all that like gardening stuff. Well, I don't know shit about gardening. He has everything for gardening. So what do you buy? Like a book? I've already bought him so much fucking gardening books. My family has before, and what everyone wants makes it much easier. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna point blank ask him to what he wants, because in the beginning it's also easier, right? But after like a decade of giving, or more than a decade at this point for me, you know, since I had my job. What do you do? Last year I had a good gift. He is into retro games, and I've bought some like retro games before, like some cheap ones that are like an in-joke or whatever. Last year I actually put some work into it. I bought like a cheap Raspberry Pi, and I made and installed like one of those retro emulating softwares on it. So you have like a little tiny box. You just plug it into your HDMI on the TV, plug in a controller, and then you have like, you know, you have like all the emulators and stuff. And it wasn't that expensive. It took a little bit of time to set it all up, but that was a fun little project. And you know, he uses it, so you know, you can basically take it anywhere. As long as you have a TV and a controller, you're good to go. Your Twitter plugin's heavily out of date. Last post from 2023. To be fair, I don't think I have posted on Twitter. That might legitimately be the last time I posted. Let me see. What is the last thing? Because I don't know. Does the plugin do reposts and stuff? Because I have reposted like the UA tournaments and Ninja Gaiden and whatever. Oh no, I posted the 16th of June. But that was also technically a quote tweet, so... Does the plugin even work? That's the thing. It might be... I'll look at it. It might just be broken. I haven't looked at it. Dude, so much of my stuff is out of date. Like, horribly out of date. I don't look at any of that. My YouTube banner on my YouTube page is like literally from when I started streaming. I have not changed that ever. But who cares? Nobody looks at that anyway. You know, I don't enjoy emulators that much. Having the actual console on discs can enhance the experience for me. Agree. And again, except my brother's into retro games, he does do that. He has like the original Sega Mega Drive, and he has like, you know, like newer controllers, because old ones are, that's a tough, you know, they degrade quite a bit these days. So he uses third-party controllers that work fairly well, but he likes using the original hardware as well. But that requires some, you know, you need to actually have the hardware there. You know, and he still lives with my parents, right? So he doesn't always have like a whole TV and whatever. And like some of those old consoles, especially on newer TVs, even if you have the connection, the physical connection on the TV, often the resolution of those consoles is so low that the TV doesn't actually support it. I remember that was an issue with the Sega Mega Drive. He bought like a new TV. He's like, man, I'm connecting it. It says there's a signal and I don't get screen, or I get it, but it's like flickering and falling out and whatever. And turns out like the minimum resolution that the TV supported was like 480p. And like the Sega Mega Drive is like 240 or something. It's like way lower, like half. So there's like all kinds of things, and you know, because he's like not always in the position where he can do the full setup and whatever, I was like, let me give him a little Raspberry Pi. It's like literally, you know, it's small. It's smaller than a credit card. Or let's say it's about the size of a credit card max, right? It's like thin, like a little thingy, just two cables. One, I mean, I guess power cable, HDMI, and then connect the controller, which is possible through Bluetooth even. And then you have all the retro games you want, like Sega Mega Drive, Nintendo. I think it can handle PlayStation 1, but that's gonna be like the most it can do. But that's, for his needs, that was perfect. You know, he could plug that in on any TV. It worked. Sure, it wasn't like the original experience, but if he couldn't get the original experience, he'd rather have something. And also very, very niche, very nerdy, but I have to bring it up because we're here now. One of the games that he and I loved was on the Sega Mega Drive. There was a game called Mega Man Collection or something, right? Where is it? Mega Man The Wily Wars, it was called. Let me pop that up on screen right now. Bam! This game is actually Mega Man 1, 2, and 3 combined. And then it has like an extra section. If you beat all 3 games, there's like extra mashup stages where you can use the weapons from all 3 games. So it's like, you know, it's like a cool thing. But not only is it just Mega Man, it also has its own art style. Of course, this is like the smallest screenshot ever. But it doesn't look like the NES version. It has like its own art style, specifically for this version, which is very cute. It's very fun. And it's a game that, you know, we played growing up. We played that so many times. It's, you know, we all literally, me and all my brothers finished it. It's such a good game. Very fun, very great, whatever, right? But then, I don't need to show this. You'll get the gist of it. But then now, there is a community of people, because that game is only Mega Man 1 through 3 in that art style. And some people figured, hey, what if we made Mega Man 4, Mega Man 5, and so on, like all of the classic ones? What if we remade them as well in that art style for Sega Mega Drive, right? And that is a thing, unless you have like a modded Sega Mega Drive or like one of those modded cartridges where you can put custom software on it. You can't really play that on the original, but on an emulator you can just load it in. So, and that's something they made. So Mega Man 4, you can download a fan-made version in that specific Mega Drive art style for Mega Drive, either emulation or custom software loaders on the original system. And that's, you know, like, it's a game we grew up with. It's like, and that was such a cool thing to be able to, like, here's this thing you can play on your TV, emulate all that stuff. Also, here's this cool little project you've probably never heard about that is like super relevant to like our nostalgia and our shared history. One of my favorite gifts ever, because, like, you know, that hits like all the levels. Isn't even about price at that point. It wasn't expensive at all to do, but that's like the peak of like a thoughtful gift to me. And this year I have nothing, and I don't know how to top that ever. I'm not gonna top it, because that was like a perfect storm of, like, you know, finding all that shit. Anyway, all that to say, this weekend, no obligations. I'm free. Living off that high from back then. I mean, it feels good. I feel like giving a good gift is great. That's one of the best feelings in the world. Especially if they, like, visually really appreciate it. That is peak. So good. I love giving. And there's nothing worse than giving a really thoughtful gift to someone, and then the next time they need to give something to you, it's like a deodorant and aftershave bundle. You know, like like you shouldn't judge people like that, but if I'm doing effort and doing like a really thoughtful gift, I'm sorry. They're like, oh, you got that at the grocery store while you were doing groceries? That's cool. Oh, man. Anyway, I'm out of here. It's getting late. Guys, have a good weekend. Have a good time. I'll be back on Monday. We'll play more Tomb Raider. I guess we're almost done. We got one stage in Antarctica. There's like 2 or 3 left. Might finish it next time, though. Knowing me, knowing tangents I like to go on during these games, it'll probably be 2 stream days to finish this. Then I don't know. It's still a month to Ninja Gaiden. However, there's a game. There's some retro games that I want to play. This one? Huh? Or this one? Let's go! So that could be on the menu. That is something I'm looking forward to. I haven't played these yet. These are games. This is a gap in my James Bond video game knowledge. Because I only really started playing the James Bond games on PS2. I played GoldenEye at a friend back in the day because I didn't have a Nintendo 64. So I played GoldenEye at his house. But then those PS1 things I never really played in the PS2 ones and onwards. Recently I found these. I was like in a card game store that also sold some retro games, and he had both of these. I think I paid like 20 euros for both. Gimme. So that's something I might play. Who knows? Anyway, that was it for this week. Take care. We'll see each other on Monday. Bye-bye.